My name is Fisayo Fosudo. I make videos about smartphones, apps, accessories, and everything about mobile tech. More recently, I started uh, this year. I started making videos about finance. So we've reached almost 1 million people. We've reached about 960,000 people this year, and probably next month we'll reach over 1 million viewers, views rather. So I studied economics as an undergraduate in university, and that was kind of like a passion of mine, in addition to having passion for technology or gadgets, basically, which I've been doing for the past 4 years. So I currently run a YouTube channel by my name. My name is Fisayo Fosudo, so the YouTube channel is also my name. And yeah, for the past over 4 years, like almost 5 years now, been making videos about smartphones and the likes. I make reviews. So the platform I predominantly publish on is called YouTube, which I'm sure everyone here is familiar with. So every week I make a video about something, which is again something that I like. So going back to the theme of what we're discussing here about having sort of a second or multiple stream of income. One of the things that I've seen to work for me and a lot of people that I know who sort of have a second source of income or having multiple streams of income is the fact that find the balance between you have your, if you're employed, you have your employer's time, and then you have the time which is just for you. So maybe that's like evenings and weekends. So you can dedicate that period to start something that you are really passionate about. There's a theory where you have something that you really love and you have something that pays you. So if you have something that you really love, it can be one or the other. You can actually love your day job, and your side gig, maybe you should call it a side gig, or whatever you're doing that's extra can be the thing that pays you, or your day job can be the thing that pays you, and the thing on the side can be the thing that you really love. So you have to find sort of a balance. And for many people, they're very lucky that the thing that they love is also the thing that pays them. However, many people who don't really wouldn't really want to have the thing that they love, quote unquote, to be the thing that pays them, because then it becomes work. So everybody, or most people that are quote unquote creative, really try to strike a balance between something like that. So yes, like finding the balance between your time and your employer's time. So for me, it was like evenings and weekends. I started out as a graphic designer. So I freelanced on websites like 99 Designs, Fiverr, Upwork, and the likes. So being on those sites every evening, I was designing for clients in all over the world. I was designing for some small dollars here and there. So that was something that kind of started the whole thing for me, because it was from there I took all the savings I had for 6 months of work. I took everything and I dumped it into starting a YouTube channel, where I took all of the savings, bought gear, bought my camera, my first camera, I bought a tripod, I bought many accessories, and I started making videos, which was also a way for me to transition from one of my passions to another. So yeah, something I learned when I was freelancing as a designer was that time was very, very important. Like I mentioned, having to strike the balance between my employer's time and my time. And for many people, the way the country is, we have a very significant rate of unemployment, or informal employment, basically. So finding that balance between the time that you can dedicate towards learning the craft and pursuing the craft, and also going forth to like really learn, practice rather, and constantly create value for people. And yeah, it really is about what value you're delivering. Nobody's going to pay you if what you're giving them isn't valuable to them. That's the whole idea. Money is the means of exchange for value. So people are going to give you money for something that they believe that you're going to give them value for. That's why you pay. If you want to buy food, for instance, you're going to get the value of satisfaction. You want to have a filled stomach. That's why you will give them money for food. If you want to, cut your hair, for instance, you want to get the value of having a clean haircut, and you're going to give them money for such value. So the barber is sort of providing value for you, and you're giving him, money. So that's the way money works everywhere in the world. It's just a means of exchanging value. And when it comes to, having a passion or creating something like a second stream of income, you have to figure out a way that you can deliver value for people, and for exchange of money. So for me, it was graphic design. It became video production. It became video editing. It became reviewing smartphones, accessories, and more recently, it became talking about the Nigerian economy, finance, and financial tips. So that's pretty much my sort of brief story. So if you have any questions or anything that you would like to ask me, you can just go ahead and ask in the chat section.
I don't have a lot more to add to what Fisayo said, so I'll probably just tell my story, which I feel like is unique to me. So right, I work at Cowrywise on the content team, and as many people who already follow me or know me would know that this is not what I studied in school. So I didn't go to school to study anything, communications, content, any of those things. I studied architecture, BSc, MSc, everything that I had ever done was architecture related. But now I'm here and I earn money at my full-time job as a content strategist. And I do architecture by the side. I'm ashamed of myself-ish somehow because I spent 6 years doing it and now I'm just calling it like a nice to have skill, but it's right there by the side. But one thing that I will say about building multiple streams of income is that it gives you flexibility. It gives you room to make choices. I feel like at the core of it, people want money because they want freedom. You want to have money because you want to be able to choose, oh, I'm going to go to the Maldives today, or tomorrow I'm going to go to Paris and no one can say anything about it. At the core of it, you want to live the life that you want, on your own terms. And so multiple streams of income, if you do it in a very, I'm really happy that it's Fisayo that is here. If you follow his Finance Friday videos, you see that there's a lot of gems on there on investing, on saving and all of that. So it's really, really helpful, especially if you want to make passive income. Now, if you want to build another stream of income, which you would be somewhat actively involved in, I would recommend that you explore your skills, the skills that you already have, the skills that you feel like, I said gems, sorry. So gems. So yes, there's gems everywhere on his channel. So please go and check it out. All the videos are golden. There's a lot that you would learn from there. So yeah, if you want to get stuff that if you want to get another stream of income that is something that you somewhat be actively involved in, I recommend that you explore your skills, and not only just exploring your skills. I don't know how to put this now, but it's more like repurposing your skills. So if you're a photographer, for instance, this is something that you do. You may not only take pictures for people in exchange for money. You could actually partner with dating sites or people that are building websites or stock photos, for instance. You can take random pictures and upload them and have people pay for them, So it's not just you earning money. I mean, it's just photography, right? But you're earning from taking pictures of people. You're also earning from stock websites and all of that. So it's very good if you understand what people need and you're able to give them. if you, like Fisayo said, I caught at the last part of his session, he was talking about how people exchange money for value. So if you understand the value that you can give people, I feel like value is one of the words that we throw around a lot when we're talking about content creation, creativity, the creative space and all of that. Value is a word that we throw around a lot, but value is, it doesn't have to be tips and tricks, or I'm selling something, like I'm teaching you, making carousel posts and all of that. Anything that relieves a person of pain or gives them pleasure is value. It doesn't have to be physical. It's not like physical pain or pleasure. It's someone saying, every time I have to go to the office, I don't know, like I have a lot of clothes in my wardrobe, but I don't have outfits, right? And then you're a stylist. That is that is valuable to them, because the way, like, you style their clothes, you don't have to go to that person, right? So value differs by person, and it depends on who exactly it is that you're speaking to, or who exactly it is that you're relating with. So if you explore your skills and you explore how those skills can be repurposed, be able to provide value to everyone. That everybody's not Oxygen's target audience. If someone walks in here and says they're selling oxygen, I wouldn't buy it. Everybody breathes oxygen, but would everybody buy? Would everybody patronize the business? No. So if oxygen as it is doesn't have everybody audience, I wonder what you want to do that will have everybody as your target audience. So find the people that you want to serve and provide value to them. Now, another thing that I'll point out, which is the last thing, I think it's the only thing that that is left. I think I've said everything. Is the importance of having a platform. Right now, it's something that it's something that's in demand, right? A lot of brands reach out to people that have communities, and communities are formed around impact. Impact is literally formed by community. Like, you have a skill, you have something that, you feel like it's weird, like it's not something that people don't like. This doesn't make any sense. That thing that makes you different, that thing that makes you weird, may just be what you use and blow. Because like a lot of people blow these days for very random things. A lot of people blow for and you're like, it's not this thing, I can do it now. Why didn't you do it? Well, so build a platform, and you can build a platform with Instagram, build a platform on Instagram, on Facebook, Twitter, Telegram, whatever. People pay for concentrated communities. Brands pay for communities. They pay for impact. They pay for the value that value that you have given your community over time, right? For them to stay. So I would recommend that you build a platform. Even more so, build a platform that you own, right? You can build a platform on Instagram, you can build a platform on Facebook, on Twitter, whatever. But if Uncle Mark decides one day that shutting everything down, everybody go to your house, like, it's okay, I'm tired. That's it. Like, all your hard work, everything that you have done, over time has gone down the drain. You probably have to start again. So build a platform that you own. If you don't have a website, have an email list, right? Create a free resource. There's something that there's a freaking video on YouTube that has millions of views on how to boil water. How to boil an egg. It has a lot of views, and you sit there and feel like need, and you underestimate what you know. Feel like, oh, nobody needs this. Like, no, don't sleep on yourself. Like, don't see yourself finished. There are lots of things that you can do that people need, right? And the earlier you start to explore that, the better. If you want to teach your skill, instead of, if you don't want to render it as a service, or you feel like, oh, I can't do this, I can't balance this, I can't do that, then a very good way to go around it is to teach. Now, when you teach people for free, you teach them like what to do and all of that. People like to be spoon-fed. So most likely they will come back for, I want you to coach me. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. But you need to, first of all, be certain that you have the ability to teach people. Don't just, you want to show, hey, because people are asking, oh, you go and do class, or you go and be teaching people what you don't know, like what you haven't tried, what hasn't worked for you. It's just daylight robbery. So make sure that you are skilled enough, make sure that you have experience, make sure that you know what the heck you're talking about. Like you have some sort of experience or certification or something, So it's very important that you do that, because people will be investing in knowledge. It's just better for you, your conscience, and your future that they are not, like, you're not scamming them, right? So right there, when you do that, people tend to trust people that teach them. That's why most of the time people, fast, if you're teaching people, people just feel very comfortable with you. And then when you decide that you want to monetize, quote unquote, monetize that audience that you have, or that platform that you have, they're just very engaged, because they kind of like feel you. Do you get? They're like, yo, it's just like the way you feel when your teachers in, let's say, primary school, your primary school teachers, right? It's like they're your parents in school. That sort of vibe, right? So people just tend to gravitate towards you when you teach. People like to feed off your knowledge. They want to come for value, and they feel like you're teaching them, stuff that they would learn, they wouldn't learn elsewhere, or stuff that, they may not be able to get elsewhere. So it's really nice when you teach, right? It just helps to build trust, and communities are built on trust. Communities are formed by trust, right? And then even when you do stuff like when you're promoting a product for a brand and all that, trust is transferable. So the trust that they have developed, in your skill and your abilities, they kind of like transfer it to your recommendations as well. So it really helps when you teach. People just trust you. It's just it's just a thing, right? So yeah, if you're not sure what to do, if you're not sure if maybe your skills are sufficient, or your skills are marketable, or all of this, because sometimes you might feel like, oh, I can do this, but you can't think of what this can get you. Like, okay, I can feel like very worthless skill to have, but no skill is worthless actually. Like, if you do your research and you think about it very deeply, you see that there is a gap somewhere. People need it. In the first module of my course, I talk about Ikigai. It's a Japanese principle of finding your purpose. So you ask yourself 4 questions. What do you like? What are the things that interest you? What are the things that, I don't remember all 4 of them. What are the things that, you can do, like the skills that you have, right? What do people need, and what would those people pay you for? So it's a very different thing if people need, there are lots of things that are around the world. There's world hunger, there's terrorism going on everywhere, all of that. But would they pay you for any of those things? No. What do you have? What do you like doing? What are you good at? Yeah, those 4 questions. What do you like? What are you good at? What do people need, and what will people pay you for? Those 4 questions would help you decide what you can explore as a side hustle or as another stream of income.